Full Saints podcast episode.
Nope, season 2.
Season two,
episode 1.
Season 2, episode 1. We have on Tim McGarry. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Tom Battaglia. This is Devin Manns. So we wanted to talk about a little bit about first your time at Saints. Like, what was your experience like here?
That's a broad question. It was awesome. So I had two older brothers. They were twins, and so they were seniors when I was a freshman. And so I kind of had a different experience. I knew all the seniors, and then I had a cousin that was a year older than me. So then I knew the class above me, and so and then I knew kids in the junior class too for my brother. So I was kind of like coming in to where it was a new experience.
Yeah.
But it also was. I knew so many people, so when I'm talking to like seniors, people are like, "Oh man, you know Justin Johnson, you know this kind of like well, my brother's like," and so I had like kind of like it was cool.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had like a fun experience coming into Saints, knowing people and being kind of also not bullied, but like having like older brothers that aren't, because the way I look at my brother's friends is they were like older brothers to me, and I'm still really good friends with a lot of them. So it's brotherhood was obviously a big thing, and it really stuck true. So it was kind of like having a lot of older brothers, and I would just try to shit on you and do different things. But it was fun. It was a great experience. I don't know how to answer the question. I mean, it was a great experience. Saints was awesome. It made me to who I am today. Yeah. And so, my best, like I saw we were talking before this, like my best friend David, he's coach in Toronto. Yeah. And he's with the Blue Jays, and we stay in contact daily. And I've got another friend with Busan, and him and I do workouts Tuesday and Thursday at my place, and we all stay in contact. So like having a brotherhood, I think, was really big.
That's something that I feel like is so unique to Saints. Is like my dad went here in '98, and like he hangs out with his guys like all the time that went to Saints. Like even though it's like what 20,
almost 20.
Yeah, almost 20 years later. Like.
That's wild.
And like he sees them like all the time, and it's just super cool. Even just like yesterday, like I was at work and I was telling this guy, like just asking about his weekend, and I was telling him how it was freshman welcome week this week, and I was telling him just like, oh yeah, my school does this thing like freshman welcome. He's like, man, my school did the exact same thing. Where do you go? And I was like, oh, I go to Saints. He's like, I went there in '86. And I was like, no way. It was just like, like you see people all the time around. I feel like that's so unique to Saints. Like afterwards, after he ate his meal, like he just like came up and shook my hand, like didn't even just like dip without saying goodbye. Like he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so unique to Saints. So you played, obviously football and soccer here as well.
Soccer, and then I did baseball, but I didn't do. I didn't play at my junior and senior. I did track, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so I did. I guess I lettered technically in 4 sports, but really it was 3. And so, and I don't even think I actually counted that letter. So 3 sports, but it was football, soccer, and track. And
what events do you do in track? Cause I'm a track guy as well.
Just the 100, and then I did a high jump too. Okay. I did well. I didn't know how to start. I just wanted to get faster for football, and so I just thought if I can learn how to run faster, I'd be better. So I'd always start like last, and I'd like slowly kind of catch people and make a comeback, but. I lettered in it my first run, and Coach Downey was our coach, and so unfortunately he's not here with us anymore. But yeah, that was fun. What do you do?
I do 100, 200, and 4x1.
Okay. Oh shit, there you go. So you actually, well, I want to say the same. I'm sure you would have blown me away.
What's your 40? What's your 40 time?
I don't really train 40s.
But what
like it might be like my 100 time right now is 11:09, but I just had hamstring strains and stuff like that held me back. Literally one day before my season started last year.
Oh yeah,
my
I remember
hamstring
that.
went out and done for the season. But I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, you get past injuries like that, and you just grow and learn from them.
Yeah,
I mean that's happened in your life a lot. Yeah. I mean, you're still here standing today, stronger than ever. So.
Yeah. So after Saints, you went on to the Catholic.
Yeah, Catholic University of America.
And you played football there as well.
I did. Yeah.
And then after going to going to a Catholic school after Saints, like a lot of people end up doing that just because they find like the Saints community, they want to find like another strong community like that. Would you say like you kind of found your guys like through like the football team there? Like those were kind of your main guys?
Yeah. All your friends become. It's kind of like if I went to like if you didn't play a sport, I always compare it to like it's a fraternity, but like it's with football. So it's like everyone, you got the football house tonight. It's like the same thing as like a fraternity, but you're on a team and instead now you're waking up at 6 a.m. You're doing workouts during the day, and then you got to classes. You try to find the same classes as everyone. Yeah. So it's it's a similar community, but I mean I feel like that's with any football team. Like if I went to Senior State or any school, like they're a really tight knit group.
Yeah, and so then after that you went on to play overseas in Europe?
Yeah, so I played in Sweden and then Austria.
No way.
And then I played in BC for a little bit before I got cut. So
what was it like? I'm honestly like unsure. Like, is there like a combine to go overseas? Like, how does it work going overseas?
I didn't do like a pro day, like the ones that are like invited to like like to go to the NFL and stuff. Yeah. But I did like a combine, and I did that because I made the All-Star game in college. And so then I did really well and had an interception. I had a lot of I had a really good game. So then I got talked to a lot from different people trying to talk to me about what I should do. And then my 40 time was really good, and I just was short. And I was like, oh, well, try to do this and that and come back. And so I was chasing the dream for like 3 years. And when I got cut in Canada, my dad just goes, oh yeah, there's gonna be someone that's 21 that's coming out that may be 2 inches taller than you. So
So
how the younger person, like you might be more athletic, but younger and this and so I was like, I kind of hung it up.
So how long were you in Europe?
2 years.
And how was that?
I lived there for 8 months, 6 to 7 months, and then come back. It was fun. It was cool because they treated me like a celebrity there.
They love American sports in Europe, dude. They just die for them.
Everyone loves. Well, not everyone loves Americans, but like. The girls loved Americans, which was great. And then
especially in Sweden, that was really a great time.
Yeah. There's I don't know if you guys like at the end of the night where like all like the beautiful girls and like from here go home early, and then like you're like, oh man, like the not as pretty girls stay late. The not as pretty girls there are like the pretty girls here. Yeah. So you're like, it doesn't matter. Like they're all still so beautiful at the end of the night.
Oh yeah. The ratio.
It's just like all blonde, blue eyes, tall. That they want to speak English and they're afraid to, and they go like they'll start talking to you in English, and they're like, I'm sorry, it's not very good. I'm like, no, that's great. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. Then they get all excited, and then you're like, oh, cool, that was easy. And then you start talking to them. But it's funny because like you'll find a lot of people like don't like America, it's certain people, but like they all love it and want to be here. But like it's an interesting experience being out there. But there are a lot of nice people. They all speak English, like Sweden. Yeah, they all speak English.
A lot of them speak English. Yeah,
better than us, and some of them know slang because like at that time, How I Met Your Mother was like a good show.
Oh yeah.
Not that it's like a bad show now, but like it was kind of big, so people would know slang from that.
Yeah.
Or like just from shows, Friends, whatever it is, and so. I would say something like on a play, I'd be like, oh, I have a sick play. And they're like, and the people who didn't watch like our shows and stuff would be like, sick? Like you're sick? Like you don't feel well? And I'm like, no, that was a great play. Like, and then someone else would be like, no, man, he's saying it's sick. Like, good job. Like, and then he's like, yeah, don't worry, I know it's fine. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like I've got a few cousins that live in Sicily. That's just where my family's from, and they're fascinated with like American high school life because like they've seen High School Musical, and so they think like, oh my god, Friday night like everyone goes to the football games, and like like they're like when my sister said they were cheerleaders, they were like, oh my god, you're on the field like they think like high school football players and like cheerleaders are, like celebrities like in the town. It's so funny.
They love it, and it's like because they have like in Sweden it's called like gymnasio, and like I think they have like 5 years of that, and then you could take a couple years off before going to college if you want, and they call it university, but like. It's like it's like a different lifestyle, so like they are super fascinated by it because they don't live it, and so and it's fun though. It's fun to get out there and learn. And like I didn't want to know history before I got there. Like it's not that I didn't want to. I just was more concentrated on other things. And all of a sudden you start living it because you're in this living in a place that's. I was living. They'd get me a place out there. I'd live there for free. I'd get all food paid for. Got like a car or a bike and all these things. And so all of a sudden I'm living in this really cool spot. And and they were telling me like when it was built, and I forget, but it was older than our country, and so I'm living in buildings older than our country.
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of cool. And you start going around, you start seeing castles, and like you start learning history, and then it was just really, really cool to kind of submerge yourself in that. And then I started trying to learn it, and it's not smart, so it's not easy.
Have you been back to Sweden and a couple places that you played football?
Do you have like boys out there?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So I had different. So for the two teams I played for out there, so we went to like the Super Bowl my second year, in that one, and that was a different experience than the one in Sweden. So Sweden, they were mainly all like Swedish guys and some guys from like Denmark and Germany, and you kind of get different guys, and so that's kind of how the Europe works out there with football. Is you'll get different guys from different countries, and
that makes sense.
You do them, and then I became really close with all of them. So I stay in contact with all of them, and the owner and all of them I became really close with. So yeah, like I've been out there a couple of times since. We stay in contact, and then if they've ever come out, I've taken them out in San Diego and stuff. And then when I was in Austria and like Czech, like those are the areas. They were like, that's kind of like where we had like kind of some Russians on the team.
Yeah.
Like, but he wasn't Russian, but he was from Russia, but he lived in Czech.
Yeah, like Polish or the essence.
Yeah, but like that's when I learned that like, hey, they really don't like us. And then like, and I was kind of like, damn, like what's their problem? Like, and then it was like during the Olympics, like not the Olympics, it was during the World Cup, and so it's when I would cheer for like his team, he's like, I don't want you to cheer for me, and I was like, all right, dude, whatever. Like, I was hoping for you to be happy, but screw you, go USA. And then, but then like there's other people who are like understood what I was doing, and, like, but like some people just like they just don't want. Like,
that's crazy.
But then I had a couple more Americans on that team, so then I became really good friends with those guys. And so I had more boys from Sweden. I have like 3 really good friends that are in Czech, and then I have 3 American friends that from there that
were
all
also
live.
playing.
Yeah, that one of them lives in Costa Rica, and so yeah, you had different kind of friends, and you kind of learn all different.
And so after that, you went to Canada and played in Canada. Were they like just as welcoming there? Or?
Yeah, there's Canada.
Yeah.
Talk about beautiful girls too. There's like they're all so nice, and they treat everything like football. I mean, like they love it out there. It's not like they love hockey, but they love it. It's something to drink and have fun and cheer people on. So that's what they do. And that was more short-lived than the other ones, but that was fun, and it was a really cool experience. And so that was really cool to see and learn and meet those different people. And I'm friends with some of those guys too, and a lot of those guys would go to the NFL. So
wow.
Yeah, and one of the guys I play with in Europe.
Didn't The Rock play in the CFL?
I think he was with BC Lions too, but he didn't make it. He got cut.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of the team that I was going with, and there's someone else that was Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco. I got to work out with him.
Really?
Yeah, he's cool.
I love
no way.
his podcast on.
He's so funny. He's
the
the same person. There's no different. Like he's not fake online. He's like the coolest. But he just kept calling me white boy, and like I was in the wrong color skin, and I was like thinking this is
in the wrong.
I was like, this is so cool, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, what's up?
Thanks, Mr. Cinco.
Yeah, and he's just like we'd hang out after, and like he's just shooting shit like a normal guy.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't like but he's not normal because he can eat McDonald's and have a full Coke thing, as I'm like we're doing gassers or something, and he can do it, and as he's taking a sip of Coke, and you're like, what is going on? Like, this guy's a freak. Like, how are you? And then he takes his shirt off, he's got an 8-pack, and this just isn't fair. He's just, but like, and like, it was just funny, because I'd start playing corner, and I was like, making all these plays, and he's like, who's this white boy? Like, what's he doing playing corner? Like, and he's like, and then he was like, why? And he's out like messing with people who couldn't beat me on something. And so it was fun. He's just a good dude. He's
That's
funny.
super cool.
He's funny.
And so then after that, you said you hung up the cleats like about a year into like one season in Canada, or? Well,
I wouldn't say it was a full season, but yeah, it was after Canada, and so after that, after I got cut from them, so it was it sucked because I was on the team and it was great, and then someone didn't get picked in the NFL draft, I think from UNLV, and he's a D lineman, and they were like, that's what their biggest thing they wanted that year, and so they ended up picking him and ended up cutting me because I was out there for a little like 3-4 weeks, and then we were killing it, but then they needed.
And so then after then there was a period of time, and then how long after did you experience your health problems with your brain?
The health issues, Well, so that was probably about a year after.
Wow.
So
okay.
in July of 27, I went. Is when I got diagnosed with a brain tumor, and then 26, and then of March of 27 is when I went through a window, and then that was when I had I don't remember how many stitches. It's in the video of the countless stitches, and then that's when all the surgery started happening and living in a wheelchair. And so then from 27 till I think I had my brain surgery was 2020, right before 2019. So it was 2019, right before COVID happened, and then 2020 is when COVID happened. So it was kind of like I was recovering from it, and then and then I've had like 4 surgeries since then. So I think I've had like 17 overall.
Wow. Okay.
And then I'm about to have my 18th because I tore my Achilles, and so that's fun on my good leg too. So and this is the second time that's happened, so that's fun. But yeah, so that journey, the whole health journey started in July of 26.
So what was it like being so young and like hearing that news that like you had a major brain? Because like my dad in high school had an aneurysm in his brain and like had to have brain surgery his junior year of high school here at Saints, and like they had to fly him like out to Chicago because this one guy in Chicago was like the best at doing it, and like he had to do it. He was like read his like his last rites. Like him and my mom were actually dating at the time. Like they had their
high school sweethearts.
Yeah, they had their.
That's incredible.
They had their first. She went to Cathedral or uni.
Wow,
and
that's so cool.
And he went here, and it was their junior year. They went on their first date, and then the next day, he flew out to go have surgery.
Where did he have it at?
Somewhere in Chicago.
Chicago. Okay.
But yeah, he flew out, and they flew him back out, and like, he looked gnarly after. Like it was only like back then it was like a 50% chance he would live.
Yeah, well, his is an aneurysm, and that's tough because he's bleeding in his head, right?
Yeah.
And so he had to obviously stop it and hopefully not have a stroke or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like if not, like I just straight up wouldn't have been here.
No kidding. That's crazy. Yeah, it's hard young. It's hard at any time. The amount of people that I know that have had a brain tumor that have died since I've had it is crazy. Like I always say, I'm the luckiest unlucky person in the world.
Yeah.
I've had to travel to Baltimore to go to Johns Hopkins a lot to talk about going through. Every like 3 to 6 months, I have to have a new MRI on my head.
Wow.
And that's ever been literally since I was diagnosed. And so then you're going through. I was going to Johns Hopkins and UCSD down here, and you're kind of figuring out what is. What these doctors are saying, and then these doctors are saying, and then you're trying to get on the same page, and what are they reading, what you're reading, and some doctors want to go into surgery, some don't, and you're trying to get all this stuff, but you're dealing with this at 26 years old. It's kind of hard.
Especially like feeling like, I feel like for a 26-year-old, you feel like you're invincible, especially coming from like a professional football career. Like
you do feel invincible until reality hits, and then you realize that stuff happens, and that. And it happens to everyone. Everyone's got adversity, and honestly, that's the biggest takeaway I got from it all is everyone has to overcome adversity at some point. Whether it's like for me, I had to learn how to walk again, and there's someone that needed to. And this sounds crazy, but this isn't real. Someone having to get up early before work and finding time to work out, like that's an adversity for them, and like that's not easy.
Yeah.
You get complacent in life, or things become hard, whatever. But like life is hard, and everyone's adversity is different. Like someone's way worse than me. Like doesn't matter. Like you can always find someone way worse situation. It's like, so like for someone else, I'd be like, oh, this is all you had to do to learn how to walk again. Like, no doubt. Like but everyone has adversity. And that's what I think I learned at an early age. That, and I think I'm overly positive with everything in life.
Yeah. I always believe I've always thought, like my grandma always told me, like everything happens for a reason. Like God always puts something on a path. And so I feel like I kind of connect with you on that. Like I can always be like, oh, you know what? Like this happened for a reason. Like God put me on this path so that like this would happen. And everything always, I guess, looks better in hindsight. But
yeah, it's crazy. I've got the thoughts on that too. I'll finish with what I was saying. Is like you get life is like you get hit so many times, and I'll kind of go on what you're saying is you think it's for a reason, but then it's like you're challenged, and you're like, why? Like I was going through when my grandma was Mom, she was 94, 93, and she has a stroke, and then she turns 94 right after. And we're going up to her funeral, and I was on like 7 surgeries in a row at this because they were supposed to amputate my leg.
Oh my God.
And it's like, then you start asking yourself, does everything really happen for a reason? Like why? Like,
yeah,
and then
like almost hopeless. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like I'm overly positive. Like I'm the guy that's like, there's 13 seconds left in a game, and we're down 21 in football. I'm like, all we gotta do is just score really quick. We'll get onside, like we're good, and then we'll score one play. Like we could do it. Like I don't think we lost until like there's 0 seconds left. Like, and it's like I'm stupidly overly positive. I think that's why I'm where I'm at today, like walking and still doing things where I have permanent drop foot. I have I'll never have feeling in my foot or my arm. I'll never be able, like my foot should be like this, but for some reason, I use my toes and it keeps it up. I've had to learn how to walk differently there. But it's like but that's because I am overly positive. But like, I think what that whole thing did at 26, 27 is I started realizing like, you can't literally dwell on your losses, you can't look at it, because at the end of the day, everyone could look at me and be like, yeah, man, he just had a 10-hour, 12-hour surgery, after going through a window, he's a brain tumor. Like, if he doesn't work, I get it. He needs to stay at home, and I get it. I get why he's not doing anything. But then at the end of the day, like, my life is now, like, great. People understand it. Like, but also, do I want to just sit and give up? Like, no. And so, if I've like had to learn to take that approach with everything in life. Like, you're gonna get put down on work. You're going to get put down in school. You're going to get put down, where you guys are applying to. You might not go into where you want. You might get into where you want, and then you get there and there might not be what you want. But then you have to learn to adjust and like overcome it and make the best of any situation, right? So I think that's what at an early age you learn, and you learn it, and you kind of start seeing other people going through stuff. And then I used to be like more of a like, hey, come on, like rah-rah, and I still am. But then like there's times where it's like, hey, like you got to figure it out. Like, there's no one else that's gonna do it. Like I can be sad for you. I can, like, we all get why you're down. It makes total sense if you didn't want to do something, but you can't be that. Like, you have to. Yeah. So I think going through all the stuff where like I was like learning how to walk again. I didn't sleep for like 3 weeks at one point because I had an allergic reaction after I went through the window, and if they redid it, I think I would have had to have the surgery again, and so like they couldn't go in, and I was allergic to like the adhesive stuff underneath.
Oh my gosh.
So it's going through everywhere, and I can't. For some reason, something you can't feel. This is the worst pain I've ever been through in my life was the itchiness. Because it's itchy and you can't. One, you couldn't get the itch away, and two, I couldn't feel it. But somehow I could feel the itch, and I can't like.
You can't itch it.
Yeah, and then I also wasn't allowed to touch the stuff that was in there, so I'm sitting there like I'm not sleeping, and I couldn't take. I think they were trying to get me steroids, so they weren't working. They were trying to like give me stuff, and nothing was working. Like they couldn't figure it out. And they're like, well, just had a surgery. Like we have to wait. Like, are you gonna ruin everything? And so I'm not sleeping for 3 weeks straight, and I'm like going through it, and I'd hop on one foot everywhere, and then I'd be in a wheelchair, and it just sucked. But like, you just kind of learn how to adapt, because if you don't, then you just give in.
Yeah.
And you just can't. I mean, so
many people, I feel like they're faced with adversity, and then they just kind of give up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, would you say that like where did your, I guess, fuel for self-positivity come? Was it faith-driven? Was it like...
That's a good question.
Like did you... Like, for me, it's like, I feel like I'm so positive, and like when something doesn't go my way, for the first 10 minutes, first 30 minutes, I'm pretty down. Like, I'm pretty upset. And I feel like...
I agree with that.
If you're just straight up happy right after that, I feel like mentally, like, you're not healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I feel like we have these emotions. The human brain functions in a way that allows us to process these emotions, and if you don't feel these emotions, then like I feel like your mental health like isn't all there.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the first 10 minutes, and maybe this is just me being a dude, like for the first 10 minutes I'm quiet, I'm processing stuff, or like even first 30 minutes to an hour, like I'm processing stuff, I'm upset, I'm quiet, and I'm in my own head. And then I don't know, for me, like I feel like I'm extremely like extroverted. Like I always like to just go out, have fun. Like I will make myself so tired when I go to sleep because I've just been doing everything all day. Tried to talk to everyone. And so I'm just like, you know what? Like I just want to go do something fun. Like, and it's like I'll kind of like try to go do something fun, and then like just after I like get outside, like I mean, even just like playing golf or just like getting in the water, like you know what I mean? Like just kind of finding my happy place. I'm just like, you know what? Like that happened, but I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Like God always puts everything on like I've always got a path, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like so God kind of drives my motive to like continue just to be happy, keep moving. But obviously it's like I haven't been through a window like a brain tumor, like that's so drastic.
It's hard. I don't know why I was always positive from age 0 till now.
Yeah.
I think God is a big thing. I firmly believe in him. I think that he's why I'm alive. I think he gives you, I think when you pray, like, what's going on? Why did I go through? When am I going through this? Like, it's, he gives us opportunities not to go change back time or why, like, but like, like, I can walk this way. Like, I don't know. He gives you opportunities through life. Like, if you ask him for something, he's not giving it to you, but I think he gives you opportunities along the way. Like, if you're learning, I want to pray to be able to forgive people better. Like, he gives us opportunities.
Yeah, I feel like God gives us opportunities. He won't just like make us. Like if I pray to be like, God, I want to have like I want to be brave. Like I want to be like the bravest guy ever.
Yeah.
The next day I'm not going to wake up brave, but I might wake up with an opportunity like to be brave.
Yeah. I believe that with God, and I think I've always been positive about that. But I don't know. You know what, Saints? There's a funny thing. I've always been positive before this, but Saints, there was a thing we did at lunch once where Mr. Eigelman did this class, and I think
Mr. Eigelman.
Yeah, Todd, Mr. I. And so we did this thing, and it was like talking about like the power of positivity. It's like if you think you're gonna have a bunch of green lights, you're gonna have a bunch of green lights. And so if you just start thinking like. And so, well, of course,
manifesting it,
and of course, me and David would take that to gambling, like, oh, we're gonna get blackjack every time. Like, so we'd start, before we get the clans, we'd start like dabbing each other up, like, yes, we got it. And then when it happened, it's like, that thing's stupid, it doesn't exist. But like, I don't know where it stemmed from. My mom, my dad's a football coach, so he's more of like negative, and my mom is more positive about everything. So it's like I don't know if that evened out, and I just probably sided with my mom on being more positive than negative, or my dad's word, realist, because he's pessimistic. I'm just realist. But I don't know where it stemmed from, but you're definitely challenged with it all the time, and like you do go through times, and there's going to be challenges down the road when it's a lot harder than when things are taken from you. And when things are taken from you, like let's say your happy place is going out and playing, right? It's mine too. I'd go play soccer, go play something, go work out. But when that's taken from you and you can't golf, and all of a sudden when you're golfing and my fingers are messed up and I can't do this, like, and you used to be good in your head and probably wasn't good, but you start doing things and it's not what it used to be, and you're like, you want to like yell and give excuses and be mad. But those are like the challenges, and so it's easy to kind of want to be in this good place, but then when you're challenged, it's about how do you stay in it and find a way rather than an excuse.
I feel like it's so easy to find like an excuse of like, oh, I can't do this because I have ADHD. Like I can't do this because like I'm too short, like this. But I feel like it's good to like kind of try to work through something and not find an excuse.
It's the hardest thing because our society gives everyone an excuse.
Always gives everyone a way out, a diagnosis.
It's never anyone's fault, right? It's always there's someone else's fault. It's because of these people, those people, this, that, and it's like, oh, that's why I'm not successful. Oh, okay, because I never had a chance because of this or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's your life, and it's like you've got to find a way or like that excuse. And like there was one like you give up something for Lent. I gave up giving excuses. I was like,
wow, that's a good one.
It was really good for me because it was really hard. But then you started finding solutions.
I'm going to leave 5 minutes earlier, so I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, there was traffic.
For work, I'm a loan officer, so it's like if someone beat us with rate, and it's like a bank, and it's like we have no business. Like, all right, like I can't say we lost because of the rate. I lost because I didn't do a good enough job. So I need to find a way of saving them more money than they could have done if they if they got a lower rate. So it's like. It's not the bank's fault. It's not their fault. It's my fault. Like I didn't do a good enough job, and I kept on finding it was like generally around that area, and it was like so I just had to start learning to become a better loan officer, better at my job to get better results. And so that was a tough one because you don't realize how many times you have an excuse. Like I'm gonna wake up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then you like wake up and you're like, okay, well I didn't need to. I'm gonna actually 5:30.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, then I could actually do a workout at 6. Like I don't need to get there at 5:30. I'm good. Then you start pushing.
That's so me in the morning.
But it's almost everyone. But but there's people that are super disciplined, and that's awesome. But like then you start training yourself. I can't at 5. Like I have to wake up at 5, and then because that's an excuse right off the bat if you don't. And so it's not just with work, it's with everything. Like, hey, I'm going to take a 5-minute shower. Then it's like you're in there for 5 minutes and it's like, whatever. Like,
feels nice, yeah.
Yeah, but that's another.
Yeah,
like,
so if, just to, before we wrap up, like, would there be one thing that you could tell, like the boys that are listening, like, what's one piece of advice, maybe about facing adversity or, like, not giving an excuse, like, one piece of advice, like, through everything you've been through, like, going through a window, brain tumor, like you said, coming on 18 surgeries, like,
gonna be 18,
physically, like, there was times when you could have given an excuse, and everyone would have understood if you gave an excuse. So, like, what piece of advice could you give to the boys on that?
One, do what you say what you're going to do and do what you say. Find a way or find an excuse. You know, you need to push through it and have perseverance and be resilient. Don't give up. At the end of the day, it's you. And I'll do a quick one. I know we got to wrap up. When I was in the hospital in the very beginning, you have all these people visiting.
Yeah.
And then when I go home, and this is when I let down the most, like when I got home in a wheelchair, like life hit and I started crying. It was the first time I realized like I'm in a wheelchair. I just bawled. And all of a sudden everyone's like, comforting and everything. But like all of a sudden it's 10 at night and everyone's gone. It's just you. So it's like, then it's you at 1 when I have to get up and go to the bathroom and I forget that I can't use my right side, and then you have to kind of like fall or try to hop because you forgot because it's just happened.
Yeah.
And you can't use, and I literally couldn't move. My right side was paralyzed, like temporarily paralyzed. Like, so it's like at the end of the day, it's you and God, and then it's versus giving up or going through it. Like you either give in or you push, and you just have to talk to yourself and be honest with yourself. Like, do I want to I have all this support and that's awesome, and they're there for me and they want me to be good, but like you're the one that can't sleep for the 3 weeks. You're the one that's having the surgeries. Yeah, you're the one. So like, don't give in and just what's your goal and reach your goal and just be persistent and push, pray, have faith. But like, it's just between you and that. And so at the end of the day, it's just up to you. And you can find excuses and you can talk to people, but don't lie to yourself. So that's a good one. Don't lie to yourself and give in, because you can lie to yourself. Well, I could have done this, but you push it off and you know in their head what you really mean. So you can lie to people and trick them, but I guess at the end of the day, don't lie to yourself. Find a way, not an excuse, and keep your faith with God too, because you'll get challenged big time. And I was challenged. I wanted to give in, like I said, with my grandma died. I was driving on the way home, my dad, and that was the second time I just cried. I was like, I don't know if I could keep doing this, because everyone was talking about how you can keep yourself. It's like amazing that you can keep surgery after surgery. I'm gonna get this in my leg. I had lines where they were gonna amputate it
for yourself.
They were gonna, a doctor stopped them from amputating it because they didn't want it. But like at the end of the day, it was like I started crying because you do want to give up, but just don't. It sounds weird. Yeah. It just don't. It's kind of like if someone says you want to lose weight, it's like, okay, don't have the ice cream at night. Like, don't, just eat right. And it's like, it's easy said, but it's so hard to do. Or else everybody would be so fit and everybody would get through any adversity. But just.
So don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give in, and just be persistent with your life and your goals and like with everything in life, and understand that everyone has to overcome trauma or something. And how you overcome it is who you are. So if you want to be someone that's like, that can overcome something and is, courageous and brave and strong, it's okay to fail. Failing is normal. Falling, but getting back up. You're not a failure unless you stay on the ground. So just get back up and keep fighting.
You got the battle scars.
It's you with God. So just don't give up. Get back up. Yeah.
Awesome.
This has been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Probably one of the most motivational episodes.
Went on a rant.
No, that was amazing. That was amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.